Hey, what is up everyone? So as promised, here is the final part of our Seattle trip, the final vlog that we got while we were there. And unfortunately, as I realized as I was going through the videos that there wasn't a lot of me actually talking. So I'll just kind of cover the trip here because I think there's a lot of fun stuff that I want to make sure gets into the video. So where we last left off was the really fire dark chocolate review from everyone. Thanks to everyone who participated in that. Afterwards, we went right towards the Space Needle Center within Seattle. If you're unaware, there's sort of a center there where you can do a lot of really cool stuff and visit a lot of cool things, including Space Needle. Now, I have been through a lot of these with my family a couple of years back, but it was really exciting to see them once again with friends, especially those who haven't seen it. So we started off with going to the Gardening Glass, which is this really exciting sort of art exhibit, full of art made completely of glass exhibits, ranging from both small to just really large and colorful creations. The one new thing that I didn't get to see last time was an actual glass sculpture creation demo.
So we can gather it up just like that. That is clear molten glass. I know you're thinking that's orange, and you're right, and that's because it's really hot. It is clear, I promise you.
So we got to see that, and we quickly head on over to the Pop Art Museum, which was my favorite exhibit out of the whole center. Now again, I've been there before, but they actually had a whole new exhibit partnered with Disney on Disney costumes, which is really cool. We got to see a lot of really interesting costume design, a bunch of history on the characters and how that factored into the costumes, and just sort of things of that nature, and got to mess around a bit with some of the displays that they had.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all!
I was really glad we got to see this entirely new exhibit. It was even a bit more exciting than I thought it would be, so that was really cool. And afterwards we just went on to the rest of the Pop Museum, which even though I've seen before is just really fun because there's a lot of pop culture references from movies, TV shows, books, music especially. One part I think we had a lot of fun with is the video game exhibit where Abby laid down some fire beats.
Making beats.
Afterwards, we just relaxed a bit, got food, hung out in the playground area there. Since we're mainly waiting to go up on the Space Needle, which I think was the main event for the day, we're actually going up right around sunset time, so we're really hoping to get a good view up there. I think unfortunately we timed it sort of incorrectly and we got up at just a few minutes after sunset, so we didn't really get to see a lot of it, but there's some really nice views as we saw the city get darker and sort of light up a bit as well. So that was really fun. Last time I went was during the middle of the day. Still kind of a new experience with that. So that kind of capped off the experience for that day. But the next day we ended up planning a long hike at Mount Rainier.
Hello everyone, so today is a Sunday. It's a really nice bright afternoon. We are hiking up Mount Rainier. I'm not sure how well you can see it. Well, we're not hiking up all the way over there. We just have a small trail that we're gonna loop around. But we've heard some good things about it. We've got all of us back here. We just finished lunch, waiting on a few others to find parking because it's pretty crowded. But we're really looking forward to it. Hopefully I can get a lot of good shots. I'm sure there'll be a lot of nice views. So yeah, it'll be fun. Catch us there.
So due to some logistical reasons, one part of our group went ahead of the other. And it wasn't too long of a hike. I think there are trails in which, anyone could go through. But it was pretty fun. I mean, there was snow, really nice views. I think we just saw so many mountains and hilltops, especially once we reached sort of the summit of that hike. I think that was certainly the best spot. So it's definitely a hike that's worth going on if you're in that area. By then, the second part of our group caught up, so we were able to all go back down together. And I think we all just really enjoyed that hike and change of pace. Now, one of the really fun parts that I was looking forward to was an evening where we booked a reservation at a restaurant called Staple and Fancy. That was sort of our way of just trying out some fancy food during our trip. It was quite expensive, but the restaurant essentially served a 4-course dinner. No menu, they just have a pre-planned menu for the night and they serve it to you. So we had appetizers, a pasta entree, a main entree, and some dessert. And all the Food was really, really great. I really loved the hazelnut gelato that we had for dessert. I think that was really unique. But just really, really enjoyed the night and the experience with everyone else on that. And one of the last things we did on the last day in Seattle was go on what was called the Underground Tour. Now, if you haven't been, I really, really recommend it. Honestly, I think it's a very underrated kind of hidden gem in the Seattle area because I hadn't heard of it before. But it was something that was really family friendly, a lot of comedy involved.
To build a city. Unfortunately for Danny, he measured the island at low tide. He's from a small town in the Midwest. Doesn't know anything about tidal activity, so a few hours pass. 1/3 of Danny Island is covered in water. He decides to stay there and build Seattle anyway. This is the birth of something we've come to call over the years the true Seattle spirit, which means if you have a terrible idea, you just stick with it. That will explain every single story I tell you today. Remember?
And they essentially take you on some of the underground tunnels in the Seattle area, describe to you how the city was built and all the challenges that it faced, which I think was really, really fun, and I think we all just really enjoyed it. And that pretty much wrapped up the trip. I think the next day, you know, we're just relaxing a bit, grabbing food, and then heading out to the airports. But one thing that was really fun was I got to visit the Seattle Lounge on the way back. This was actually my first MX Centurion Lounge to visit, so I'm really excited to visit more as I go through. But my first experience with this one was really, really great. I got to bring a friend in. We both ate dinner while we were there. It worked out really well because his flight left an earlier hour than mine, so I just got to sit around there. And the food was really great. I mean, honestly, I kind of feel like I ate 2 to 3 meals while I was there. I just really, really enjoyed. They had some like cheese and mashed potato thing. That was great, some salads and things like that. So overall, I think the trip was just really, really fun. But I mean, obviously the best part was just getting to see so many great friends after such a long time. So I think that kind of wraps up the Seattle trip. I hope you enjoyed these mini travel vlogs as going through. I definitely hope to get better and better with them as time goes on. And like I mentioned, I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling. I actually have some videos coming up with a little bit of San Diego and a lot of the Cabo trip that I took with some other friends. So again, you know, get ready for that. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it. Subscribe for those future travel vlogs and general vlogging coming up. Otherwise, have a good one.